the presidential debate is just one day away. And so far, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, still in it. Donald Trump has set up a lot of potential outs for himself, but he hasn't taken any just yet, at least. There's still a day to go. As of right now, at least, it looks like, I guess he's preparing for the debate. And this is what his spokesperson had to say about what that prep actually looks like.
What is Donald Trump doing to prepare?
President Trump is continuing with his very busy schedule. Over the past week, he has given hours-long speeches to crowds of thousands in 3 different cities. He's met with policy advisors to talk about the issues that matter to Americans. He's taken questions directly from Americans at a cheesesteak shop in Philly on Saturday afternoon. So he's continuing to engage in hostile media interviews with the press over the next couple of days, like he always does, hosting private meetings, raising money. He's continuing with the campaign.
Okay, I think, look, you want to say that he's doing his rally speeches and that somehow that's prep for debate, feel free. If you think ranting about shark electrocutions is gonna prep you for the debate stage, that's fine, you can do that. Him talking to people at a cheesesteak place or whatever, that is not debate prep, it just isn't. Him sitting down with policy experts to talk about issues. To be a fly on that wall, can you imagine what that meeting actually looked like? But no. The hostile media that he's prepping. Oh, Donald Trump sitting down, not with Sean Hannity or with some QAnon podcast or one of the Ray-Ban guys on Twitter who all of a sudden has a Rumble show. When was the last time Donald Trump sat down for oppositional journalism? Like an actual in-depth interview with someone who is not desperately trying to put him back in the White House. I honestly can't recall. So she throws that out there knowing that there won't be a follow-up question because again, she's not doing anything oppositional. And meanwhile, she's claiming that he's doing all this prep or whatever. People have been photographing him on the golf course. I don't know if this particular photo is current or whatever, but look, I don't want him to prep. I don't want him to do well. We're not covering this to try to help him out or provide advice or anything. But I don't buy that any of this is prep for a debate.
The video will continue in just a moment. But first, I have a message for you. TYT needs your help. Membership is vital to survival. So please go to tyt.com/team and become a member today.
And I do think that some of what they've been throwing out there about how it's gonna be 3-on-1 and how Joe Biden's gonna be jacked up Joe and all that, like you could interpret it as a potential escape hatch, and it could well be that. But also, I think it allows him to spin any performance, no matter how ill-prepared or rambling or whatever, as sort of inevitable. This deck was always stacked against me, but he does that mentally so that he doesn't have to try. Pathetic, lazy people do that in their life, and he is very much a lazy ass person. What do you think?
I agree, 100%, 10 toes down. I bet you right now, Bannon and Miller are in his ear trying to come up with something dramatic. There won't be anybody in the audience, so they won't be able to bring, Hillary Clinton's, the other women, Bill Clinton's alleged other women, but they've got something up their sleeve, and it wouldn't surprise me if Donald Trump just walks out after a while, shouts insults, and that I think he'll walk out. If he's actually asked policy questions, we already know he's not gonna answer those. He'll answer what he wants to answer. But I wouldn't be surprised if he walked out and there was, he walked out to some other, maybe he, triumphantly takes an upside down Bible and marches across the street and holds a rally. What's over there? Georgia Tech. And in the stadium, and MAGA people are there. Now the Secret Service has been here for 2 weeks, so I don't know if that's gonna be the ticket, but he can get out of there if he wants to and say, here's our debate with Lara Ingraham and maybe Hannity or who knows, Megyn Kelly.
Waters, yeah.
Right, Waters. Oh yeah, it'll be Waters. And forget the others, it'll be him. I wouldn't 100%. Be surprised, I mean it, he could walk out.
Yeah, look, if I could choose the questions, I wouldn't even demand deep policy questions or whatever. Just ask him again the questions he's never been able to provide an answer for. First of all, ask him what the nuclear triad is. I always love his attempt to answer that. And then ask him his favorite passage from the Bible. Just ask him that, man, because he hasn't prepped for it. But let me give you we're gonna play one more video, a super quick preview of a possible new narrative, a new attack they're gonna roll out on the debate stage. Listen to this.
We lose think of it, hundreds of thousands of people are dying at our border, coming through our border every year because of our border.
What are you talking about? There's not hundreds of thousands of people dying. I think that if there were, I think NPR would be on that. I think if they were killing hundreds of thousands, Grandpa is so far off in the woods mentally now. And again, he doesn't do hostile interviews, so he throws out a line like that and he receives no pushback whatsoever. Okay, go on the debate stage with that kind of nonsense. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?